Hey everyone, welcome to another deep dive. Today we're taking a look at something pretty unique. We're going to be digging into a school project about counting sand lizards.
Mm-hmm.
And the twist is, it's all about doing it without disturbing them. You see, our main source material this time around is marketing material for this product called Freddy. And Freddy, believe it or not, is a garden gnome.
Interesting.
Yeah. He's designed specifically for this whole lizard counting operation. So we'll be exploring the tech behind Freddy, but also the thinking behind it all.
Sounds fun. A blend of technology, conservation, and a bit of, garden gnome charm.
Exactly. So imagine this. You have to count these little sand lizards, but they're super elusive. They blend in perfectly, and their habitats can be quite fragile.
Right. It's a real challenge. Traditional methods, like trapping or just, trying to observe them directly, those can really disrupt the lizards and their environment.
Yeah.
Plus, they're just not very accurate. Trying to count these quick little creatures is, it's almost impossible.
It's like trying to count shadows. So that's where Freddy, our garden gnome friend, comes in. He's not your typical garden gnome.
He's definitely not.
This little guy is packed with tech. Underneath that cute exterior, we've got a solar-powered laser scanner.
Yeah.
And a radio receiver.
Wow. Talk about a high-tech gnome. So how does it all work?
Right. Lasers and garden gnomes. That's not something you see every day. Walk us through the process. How does Freddy actually do his thing?
Okay, so Freddy is constantly scanning with those lasers, picking up any movement. Now, that could be anything, a bird flying by, a gust of wind, even a leaf falling. But how do we know if it's a lizard? Well, each lizard has a tiny radio tag. It's totally harmless.
Oh, I see.
So when the laser picks up movement, Freddy checks for that radio signal.
Clever.
If there's a match, boom, he's got a lizard and adds it to the count.
So it's like this high-tech hide-and-seek game. Freddy's keeping tabs on the lizards silently and discreetly without disturbing them or their habitat.
Exactly. No chasing involved.
And this is where that whole emphasis on privacy comes in, even for the lizards.
Yeah. That's a key part of this project. The lasers and the tags, they're completely non-invasive.
Mm-hmm.
They don't mess with the lizard's behavior at all, no stress.
Right.
They just go about their lizard lives, and we get to observe from a safe distance.
I love that it's all solar-powered, too. It's
Yes.
eco-friendly and sustainable, fits right in with the conservation goals. Freddy's like this self-sufficient lizard counting machine. But wait, there's more.
Oh, there's definitely more.
Freddy doesn't just count. Those radio tags are collecting some serious data.
Absolutely. We're talking about behavior patterns,
Right.
habitat use, even their social interactions. It's like we're getting a peek into the secret lives of sand lizards.
Freddy is more than a counter. He's a data-gathering guru disguised as a garden gnome.
And it's all thanks to the ingenuity of the students who designed him. They've taken a simple idea, counting lizards, and turned it into this sophisticated and, dare I say, charming solution.
They really have.
Pretty impressive.
Yeah, it really makes you wonder what they're doing in those dunes all day.
Yeah.
Speaking of Freddy, did you catch how the creators, Kesser and Steen, I think?
Yeah, that's right.
Did you catch how they really played up the whole garden gnome thing in their marketing?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It's not just a scientific tool, right? It's like this fun, engaging garden ornament. Technology meets whimsy.
Exactly. It's like they knew to get people excited about conservation, sometimes you got to make it relatable, make it fun,
I think they nailed it with Freddy.
I agree. And they even hit on the practical side of things.
Yeah.
Freddy's made from this weather-resistant resin, so he can handle being outside.
Yeah, important for a garden gnome.
Right. And he's solar-powered, no batteries, no wires. It's like they thought of everything a gardener might worry about.
Right. Low maintenance, eco-friendly.
And stylish.
They ticked all the boxes.
Yeah. But beyond all the practical stuff, what really stood out to me was how they talked about Freddy's impact, on how we understand sand lizards.
Oh, yeah. That was great. They called it a window into a secret world. I love that.
It's such a perfect way to put it. Our knowledge of these creatures has always been limited because, they're tough to observe. But Freddy, he changes everything. We get this constant flow of data. We see their movements, their habits, and that helps us protect them better.
It's like Freddy is giving them a voice. We're getting a glimpse into their lives that we never had before.
Exactly. And that opens up so many possibilities. Think about the research applications, habitat use, mating behaviors, all of that. We can develop better conservation strategies because of this data.
It's incredible. And you know what else I thought was really smart? The app they've integrated into the whole system.
Oh, yeah. That's a game changer.
It's not just a stationary data collector anymore, It's like this interactive experience.
Right. Researchers, or even just like everyday people who are interested in this, they can access real-time data on the lizard populations right from their phones.
It's amazing. Citizen science, community engagement, all through an app.
That's the future right there. You could even, I don't know, customize Freddy's settings through the app. Track his performance over time.
You could. It adds this whole layer of personalization.
And then the educational potential.
Right. Imagine this in schools. Kids learning about ecology, technology, even like entrepreneurship.
It's hands-on learning, but it's also fun and impactful.
Exactly.
It's like Kesser and Steen took this school project and turned it into a tool that could be used for conservation, for research, and for education. It's really remarkable.
It really is. It all goes back to that initial spark of creativity, that idea that a simple garden gnome could be so much more. Innovation can come from anywhere.
It's truly inspiring to see young people taking on these complex challenges with so much passion and creativity. And speaking of innovation, their marketing materials even mention the possibility of adapting Freddy to track other small animals.
Now, that's an exciting thought. Imagine a whole family of these Freddy devices, each one tweaked to monitor different species in different environments.
The possibilities are endless.
They really are. It feels like they've stumbled onto something truly groundbreaking. Not just a gadget, but like a whole new approach to conservation.
Blending technology, respect for nature, and, well, a healthy dose of creativity.
Exactly. They've shown that science doesn't have to be this boring, inaccessible thing. It can be fun, engaging, even a little bit magical. Sometimes it comes in the form of a high-tech garden gnome.
I mean, you're right. It's incredible to think Freddy has so much potential, not just for research or conservation, but for education, too, for getting the public involved. It could really change how we see, the natural world.
I think so, too. And it all goes back to, Kesser and Steen, their ingenuity. They brought together technology, conservation, and, well, you can't forget the garden gnome.
You can't. It's like what makes you think, right? What other everyday objects could we reimagine? Could we turn them into tools for, I don't know, scientific discovery? Or maybe for protecting the environment?
Ooh. That's a great question. Like, think about it. All the things we just don't even think about. Birdhouses, park benches, even like streetlights. What if they all had sensors in them?
Right.
Monitoring the air quality or tracking bird migrations or even spotting those invasive species.
It's like there's all this data out there. We just haven't tapped into it yet.
Right.
And I mean, with a bit of creativity, we could turn those ordinary things, those things we see every day, into, powerful tools for understanding our environment, for protecting it.
Exactly. It's about looking at the world, looking at everything around us with fresh eyes, and asking that question, what if? That's what Kesser and Steen did. They asked, what if? And they came up with something truly remarkable.
They did. And they've shown us that innovation, well, it doesn't always require these huge, grand gestures. It doesn't require tons of expensive equipment. Sometimes the best solutions, the ones that really make a difference, they come from these simple ideas, from a bit of whimsy, from a willingness to think differently.
And they've reminded us that conservation, it's not just for scientists, it's for all of us. We can all do our part, whether it's through these citizen science projects or supporting sustainable tech or just simply, appreciating nature, appreciating the wonders that are right in our own backyards.
So there you have it, our deep dive into the world of Freddy, the lizard-counting garden gnome. It's been quite a journey, exploring this intersection of technology, conservation, and, well, that entrepreneurial spirit.
We've seen how a simple project, something that started in a classroom, can lead to these big ideas and to real-world solutions.
The next time you see a garden gnome, just, think of Freddy. He's a reminder that innovation can come from the most unexpected places.
And who knows, maybe you'll be the one to come up with the next eco-friendly gadget, the one to transform everyday objects into, I don't know, tools for a healthier planet.
Thanks for joining us for this deep dive. We'll see you next time for another adventure in the world of ideas.